Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lee and I like to talk about anime, manga, Korean dramas, and fashion, so if you are into any of that, then stick around. Today I'm going to be talking about my first impressions on the first episodes of the spring anime for 2022, so let's get right into it. Now the first anime that I want to talk about is an anime that I know is really popular. It's entering its third season. It is Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'm going to start off by saying I'm not the biggest Kaguya fan. I think it's fine. It's okay. I don't really think it's as funny as a lot of people like it. My husband, who is Japanese, really loves Kaguya-sama, and for a while I thought maybe I'm just not enjoying it because I don't get the jokes, maybe because they're more so for a Japanese audience, which was a really big issue for me watching Japanese television when we were living in Japan. Not this time. He and I watched the first episode of the third season together and he was really disappointed. He was like, this is not up to like the peak standard for the show and it's really disappointing as a first episode to start off their third season. I found the whole section that they gave with the line joke about her not knowing that like when you send a line message, the person automatically knows when you read it, really boring. I was just so uninterested and I really was just waiting for the whole first episode to be over. I kept checking to see how much time we had left and I just really wasn't interested. So I don't know. I know my husband's gonna finish the season, so I'll probably end up watching it with him, but honestly, if he weren't watching it, I probably wouldn't continue it. I was just really bored. The second show that I watched that I immediately made my husband follow up with me on, which I was really surprised he enjoyed, was Spy Family. Now, we went straight from Kaguya-sama into Spy Family, and he was super excited about this one, which he originally didn't want to watch it, so I'm really glad he enjoyed it. I'm loving it. I love Lloyd. Anya is the cutest frickin' thing I've ever seen. I love her. The whole show had a really nice balance of like funny and action, and I really can't wait to see the rest of the characters and the full cast. Anya reminds me so much of Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen, and I know I've seen a lot of fan art made of the two of them being siblings, and I absolutely adore that. This has already made me want to collect the whole manga and read it, and I'm in the process of debating whether or not I really want to read it now or wait until the show is done for the season, so I might wait for the second episode before I decide that. But the show was really great. It did a great job introducing the characters and setting up the backstory and explaining who Lloyd is and Twilight, his, you know, assumed spy name, and setting up him getting this mission where he has to get a family and a child in the next week, and showing him going and picking up Anya and their little antics together, and then you get some action thrown in there to really show that like, yeah, this is a spy show. This is gonna be action-packed. It's not just like a family romance. There is going to be a little bit of fight scenes and action to it, which I really enjoyed that nice balance. The third show that I ended up watching on my own without my husband was Danseur. What a title. The art style for this, before I even get into the show, really beautiful. It's really unique. I don't really see a lot of animes like this. I really enjoy the style so far. But it is a ballet anime, and it reminds me a lot of this Korean drama that I really enjoyed, where the main character is dealing with wanting to be a ballet dancer but also dealing with like society and his family being against it. It reminds me of a combination of that as well as the manga Otomen, so I really like it so far. How I'm hoping they're going to be talking a lot more throughout the season about this construct of what masculinity is and how you don't have to be a soccer player or a basketball player to be masculine, because ballet is a very intense and physical sport, and he is a very masculine character even though he's doing ballet. So far I really like it. I can't wait to learn more about the characters. I feel like I only got like a little sprinkle about them to start off the show, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they develop. A fourth show that I watched that I am 1010% dropping was Ashi. I started this episode and I felt like I was jumping in mid-season to an anime. They just rushed in assuming you knew characters and you knew their backstory and you knew that like what was going on, and it also really felt like they were copying Ace of Diamond, which is a really great show. They start off with the main character being a part of a lower countryside, not super fancy sports team where he gets in a fight and just happens to run into a recruit who is interested in bringing him to their team in Tokyo. The same thing as Ace of Diamond. So honestly, I know Ace of Diamond has a lot of episodes, but it is really, really good, and it actually introduces its characters and takes the time to plot out the show. This, I can already tell, it feels like the whole season's gonna be rushed and I'm gonna be lost and confused, so I definitely will not be continuing it. I am excited, however, for the soccer anime called Blue Lock, which is supposed to come out this summer, so fingers crossed it does, and I'm really excited to see that one. The other show that I haven't gotten the chance to watch because I will be watching with my husband is Shikimoris, Not Just a Cutie. He said this is really, really popular in Japan, and a lot of people really liked the first episode. From my friends who have read it, who have seen the show and who actually dropped the manga and continued watching the show, they said it's great so far, so fingers crossed that's well. I'm curious to see about that one, but unfortunately I did promise I'd watch that with my husband, so I will be waiting for him for that one. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what shows you guys are going to be watching for this spring season, and maybe I'll check some of those out.